Good God. Now that's amazing. Meet my lady friend. Mad about that?
High quality, low prices, and no questions asked. Two words, my friend. No refund.
Let's get to killing, sweetheart. Shut up already.
boost the character for trophies. I'm not entirely sure what the hell you're talking about. But I'm not really playing the game right now. I'm just farming for loot midgets. So you wouldn't get a whole lot of XP by just sitting in the room with me. Trophies are you talking about? You're talking about the level trophies? Trophies you get for obtaining a certain level with a character. If you don't have those by now, and you really haven't played the game, you shouldn't be asking for those. At least be able to get the level trophies on your own.
A hurried spot! More shameful!
That's not how you spell trophies too, by the way. That's not a bad ride on. Hopefully I get something like that and go to Wayne Green playthrough.
Welcome to my humble shop. Come back anytime.
This one. Stupid midget pop out of this one a lot. I hate it. Right there close to that edge. It felt like it was going to pop out right there. Have you gotten one this round yet? Can't remember. I'm down pretty quick. Loot Midget well is dry today, boys. Got them all yesterday, yes. Ugh. Maybe if I move it to public, we'll get some better results. What's up? Hey, Narky 23.
You won't find
Add
better
you?
merchandise
To what, my
anywhere
friends
else.
list?
I made sure of that.
Suppose I could. What's in it for me?
Come back anytime.
You want to join my game? You have a microphone?
Chew 'em up, honey! You tell him, baby!
You can drop a relic. Non-elemental resist shield capacity. Man, I am striking out today. This is all garbage. Join my game. So he sends me a friend request. Apparently that's too difficult to understand how to join a public game. First off. So I'm set to public now. Too difficult. There he is. So that'll be good.
Say hello, sweetie!
Level 51? Oh, dude, what are you doing? Of course you don't have a microphone, because why would you? You just want to join OP7 Axton's game, because you're Axton, and you don't understand what I'm doing. And it's going to take you about 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, to realize that what I'm doing is, well, actually, it's not going to matter. Because
Health here!
once this round is over, I'm saving and quitting. So I'm not real sure why you wanted to come into the game. Except for the reason that you didn't read the description. Otherwise, what else would level 51? There you go. You want some money? You take those. You're just gonna see if he stays the whole time. He actually level 51. I just don't get it. I don't get it. All of it, dude. You can have all of it. Just take it. It's all yours. If I want it, I'll pick it up. I can't send messages in that little side window off there. I can only read what you write. You can have all that you want. My God. I hope at least you're a girl if you have that much pink on your outfit. Ricky thought they were just level 7 weapons. He doesn't know about the overpower levels.
Let's just get this out of the way.
Doesn't really play
Yes,
Borderlands.
most of my merchandise was ripped from the hands of dead adventurers.
He wants to send me 100 messages.
I'm sure we'll be doing this again soon enough.
Gosh, you can't even blow up the gas tank.
Spotted some health.
Good job, moron.
Fight through it! Thanks, soldier.
Using a banded shotgun? Wow, you got a lot to learn, man. If you ever make it to 51. You realize if you find a loot midget, he's gonna rip your ass.
Take this!
What happened there? What happened there? Drop his goodness over the curb.
Now you be careful, honey. You're good, I got you!
That outfit sucks. hobo. Oh, I've gotten plenty.
Awesome.
I don't see that every day. Gotten tons of midgets. I haven't dropped anything worth much, but tons of midgets.
Chew 'em up!
Oh, you could have seen everything there.
High quality, low prices, and no questions asked. Remember, we're always open.
In all honesty, that plasma caster that was in the locker, that's arguably the best thing I've gotten in the past 2 days. I mean, I guess it's all subjective. I have gotten a bunch of relics, I just happen to have all the relics that I got, so if I didn't have most of those relics, then yeah, it would have been very successful. But seeing how I had most of those relics already, and not so much. Not a single pearl, which is kind of upsetting, but not really unexpected either.
It's killing time! How'd that feel, huh?
I don't know. That's a good question. Do I have max money? I do have max money. I don't know. I think just have it. I don't know. into a habit of grabbing certain things so I can sell it. I mean, I don't grab everything. I just get in that habit and I just sell stuff, even though I guess I don't need the money. But I'm not usually at max money, so I guess that's why I do it. You know, farming these midgets for an hour yesterday and almost an hour today. Going to be close to an hour today. Has brought my money up a lot, but it wasn't max yesterday when I started. Ugh.
Toss him the little lady.
No luck. We got no luck. Well, I don't know. It's tough to say I'm not getting anything. Like I said, I've gotten a decent amount of Bone of the Ancient Relics and other Heart of the Ancient and all those other kinds of ancient relics. So it's hard to say I'm not getting anything. But I'm certainly not getting anything that great. But that could be too, like I said. I mean, I've had most of the stuff that I got from these midgets, so I'm just kind of disappointed that I've been doing this for a couple hours, if you include yesterday and today, and I haven't got a single pearl. I'd say on average I get anywhere from, I mean, the first run I did today, I don't think I got any midgets. But then every run after that, I'm getting at least 2 midgets per run. Yesterday, I think I had one where I got 4 in one run, and no pearls. So I don't know. I mean, I certainly don't expect to get a pearl every time, but I think if you farm something for an hour, you you want to combine today and tomorrow, or today and yesterday, that's 2 hours total. It's at least, what, probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 15 to 20 loot midgets, which means, what, probably on the average of, let's say, 10 cases. For every 10 cases that I open, I get a loot midget to pop. You know, talking maybe somewhere in the neighborhood of 15 midgets.
Most of my merchandise was ripped from the hands of dead adventurers.
That's somewhere in the neighborhood of about 200 cases. That's a lot of damn cases to not have a single pearl drop. But I do kind of see what you're saying. Because if I had to classify, if somebody asked me, what'd you get from your loot midget runs yesterday and today, the answer I would give them is nothing. I haven't gotten anything. Because that's just, I'm assuming the person that's asking me has played with me before and knows that I have a good amount of stuff. So yeah, I would say that I haven't gotten anything. Anything useful, that is to clarify. Of course, if I get something... Oh no, I did them legit. That's why I'm only at 7. Definitely did not boost them. Me and a buddy of mine did them. He has an OP7 Salvador, and I have this OP7 Axton, and that's a part of the reason why I'm here farming these midgets. Hopefully find some gear that'll help us out and be able to get done with OP8, because when we went last time, we did the Digistruct peak and tried to finish OP8. We couldn't kill. I think it was the last boss. I think we couldn't kill the last. I want to say we made it to that big spider thing, that last boss thing. We couldn't kill it on OP8 because we just didn't have enough firepower. And we barely had enough firepower to make it there, but we were using some fairly low weapons. We were still using a lot of OP5s and OP4s. I think, in fact, my shield. Oh, no doubt, dude. Yeah, boosting is lame. I think the shield that I was using last time we tried the Digistruct peak overpower 8. I think the shield I was using was a level 72. And we were, trying to kill OP8 stuff. So it was a struggle. So it's been a while since we tried it again. He's not around right now, but when he gets back, we'll be trying it again for sure. We're also going to do an entire playthrough with new characters, starting from scratch. He's going to start a new Maya, and I'm going to start a new Axton. And we're going to go all the way from level 1 to 72. I haven't decided if we're going to do the OP levels yet or not. But we're going to go all the way from 1 to 72. And we're going to use only green and white weapons. Shields, grenades, everything. If we get something that's blue or purple or whatever, we got to sell it. Well, we can't use it. I mean, if we get something, obviously we get something, that's really nice, like a legendary or something, we can keep it and put it in a locker. But we're not going to use anything other than green and white gear, and we're going to see how far we can get. I'd like to say we're going to go from 1 all the way to OP8, but I honestly think we're going to have to make a few concessions, because I don't know if the game can be beaten on Ultimate Vault Hunter mode with only white and green gear. Don't know if it's possible, just because of the strength differential. And I think if we run into snags in true Vault Hunter or
Turn it out!
I don't think so!
Fucking OP5, see? That's the kind of shit I'm talking about. Fucking OP5. But we run into snags. See, I'm still grabbing all the shit. We run into snags on Vault Hunter mode or True Vault Hunter mode. We could always just do a couple of side missions and gain some levels, and then go back and tackle it again. And it's, you know, we're always going to have the capability to be a few levels ahead of the stuff we're going after. So I don't think it'll be that big of a deal. But when it comes to Ultimate Vault Hunter mode, and we start, or when it comes to the OP levels anyway, and we're you know, trying to kill stuff over 72 with white and green stuff, or even Ultimate Vault Hunter mode where, you know, everything's going to be, what, like in the 50s and 60s. Stuff starts getting real tough around there to try and kill with white and green gear. And it might not even be, it's going to be interesting to see doing allegiance run instead. I'm not sure what you mean by allegiance run. You talking about like stick with one brand of weapons and gear and shields and all that? I mean, that, you know, I guess we could do that too. That's an idea, but I kind of wanted to see if it was just possible with white and green, like the weakest stuff in the game. If you could actually, because I have a lot of problems with how Ultimate Vault Hunter mode, you open cases and you still get white and green gear. And you have to honestly ask yourself, who is playing this game all the way to level 72 and beyond, you know, OP levels and all that stuff, and is actually using this white and green gear? There's no one that, so I have a lot of problems with it, and that's mainly why I wanted to do the run with only white and green gear, because if my buddy and I kind of proved that you really can't beat this game, and I mean, it's hard to say you can't beat it because it's unlimited continues, you can die a million times, blah blah, but if you actually get to the point to where you can't, you know, you have to just continue 15 times to kill the smallest constructor or something, and all you're using is white and green gear, you have to ask yourself why the developers can, you know, giving us white and green gear in Ultimate Vault Hunter mode. If you can't beat the game using it, why are they giving it? And so yeah, I have a lot of problems with it. I like the idea of the Allegiance run too, though. Sticking with one brand, that's not a bad idea. And it might convert to that after we you know, because I think once we get to Ultimate Vault Hunter mode, it's not going to be possible to beat the game with just white and green gear. So we might convert to that at that point. We might say, all right, we can use, you know, stuff above white and green, but it has to be a certain brand. You know, I would probably take Vladoff just because I seem to like Vladoff weapons more than any other. But I was also thinking too, like, if we do get to Ultimate Vault Hunter mode, or wherever we stop, you know, if we get through Ultimate Vault Hunter with white and green and we're doing reasonably well and we want to take on the OP levels, wherever we stop, wherever it ends, if it does end, you know, I'm kind of hoping it doesn't. I'm kind of hoping we are able to do everything and beat the game and get all the way to OP8 using nothing but white and green. I really hope we can. I think both of us are good enough players, and the fact there's going to be two of us, that's why he chose Maya and I chose Axton, because, you know, obviously he's going to be able to get the healing stuff. Oh, yeah.
Let's just get this out of
I wouldn't choose Bandit anyway.
Most of my merchandise was ripped from the hands of dead
That's why he chose Maya. He's gonna play with Maya, and I'm gonna play with Axton, because he feels most comfortable with Maya. I feel most comfortable with Axton, but I think we're really gonna need Axton's turrets and Maya's ability to heal to be able to make it through a lot of the parts, especially in the latter stages. The first playthrough, I don't have a single problem in my mind. I don't think we're gonna have a single, I don't have a single doubt in my mind. I don't think we're gonna have a single problem, rather. I think we'll get through the first playthrough with white and green gear just fine. The second playthrough, we might hit some snags and have to go do a couple side missions to level up so that we're a little stronger than the stuff we're fighting. But the last playthrough, the Ultimate Vault Hunter mode, is really where it's going to be tested. And it should be fun. It should be interesting. That's what my friend Mike keeps saying. You know, I keep saying it's going to be fun, and he just keeps saying it's going to be interesting. Oh, you can't hear me? It might be my mic too. Yeah. What the fuck was that? Oh, that was a sound effect thing. It might be my mic. I have the shitty PlayStation mic. I suppose I could go to my PlayStation options and see what my mic is set at there. Does that help? Is that a little bit better? See if that's any better. Is that any louder there? Now I probably just blasted your speakers out. Start shouting. I didn't know I was shouting. Oh. Well, I guess turning up the volume just screwed it up pretty bad, huh? Oh, are you saying it's too loud? Oh, okay. I thought for a second there you were saying it was too loud. Yeah, I tend to keep the mic down. Yeah, so it's gonna be fun. Well, I think it's gonna be fun. Mike just thinks it's gonna be interesting. Oh, shooting. Oh. Yeah, I noticed that. I think it's because I don't have a party selected. I noticed that yesterday when I was... Oh, okay. You going to shoot? Still blow everything up? Oh, I got that. So did you say you had started an Allegiance playthrough? Oh geez, how long have I played Borderlands 2? Well, I'll put it to you this way. I started playing Borderlands 2. I mean, pretty much since it first came out. Because I played Borderlands 1 since it first came out. So, I had Borderlands 2 pre-ordered and got the Necronancer pack and everything. All the headhunter packs on the way here paid for. I mean, got the season pass and then paid for the other stuff extra. Got all of it. All along the way. Same thing with Borderlands 1. Borderlands 1, I can't even remember if Borderlands 1 even had a season pass. Can't remember if it did. I don't think it did, because I think my buddy Mike and I, we had to buy each expansion separate for like 10 or 20 bucks or whatever it was. Yeah, I've been playing, I'm a OG. You're only level 15? In Borderlands 2, you're only level 15? You only have one character? You need to play, man. How are you farming loot midgets when you're only level 15? Oh, you're talking about your Allegiance playthrough. My bad. My bad. I think the chat is sometimes a little delayed. Level 15 on the Allegiance run. Right, right. How did you decide who you were gonna pick? Did you guys just do a random thing, or did you guys just pick your favorite brand? Because if you did random, yeah, well, I would do random, but just take Bandit out of it. Or if I got Bandit, maybe leave Bandit in, but if you get Bandit, one OP3, one OP8, 272. Okay, yeah, you got a bunch just like me. Magical Allegiance run? No, it's something that Bo is doing with his friend. They randomly picked a personal pick as we started. Yeah, that's probably the only way to do it, honestly. I mean, I guess you could do it randomly, but if you got Bandit, you'd have to pick somebody else, at least for the first 15, 20 levels, whatever it is. It's something Bo's doing with his friend. It's just a basically it's a playthrough, playing through the game, seeing how far you can get using only one brand of weapons and shields and grenades. So you have allegiance to only, like, say Vladoff, and that's all you use is Vladoff stuff. Kind of a cool idea. It would make at least doing something like that. It would make the those relics, like if you got Hyperion or whatever, and you get a Hyperion relic for damage reload speed, then that would actually make that relic viable. It'd actually be worth wearing that. If you put forced limitations on the game and yourself, it would actually make that relic worth wearable.
When you think murder, think Marcus Munition.
What the hell was that blue thing? That looked... ah, shit. Oh. It looked kind of different, like it was maybe something special. Corrosive cooldown OP5? Whoops, I already have one, don't I? And it's a 5? What the fuck? 31, 38? How the hell they... Well, at least it's better. Pretty cool idea. And we might do that. I was just telling him about my idea to do oh shit,
Chew 'em up, honey.
a playthrough, an entire playthrough using nothing but white and green. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Actually, I mean, I'll be honest with you. Have you played the pre-sequel? See, if you played Borderlands the pre-sequel, there's a mission in the pre-sequel where you have to actually look for white weapons. You actually have to collect 50 white weapons, but the mission is set up. You have to collect the weapons, and you have to bring them to a certain location, like a little drop box. And the mission is set up to where you can only bring them 10 at a time, because obviously you can't carry 50 weapons anyway, so you can only bring them 10 at a time. So and then you bring them 10 white weapons, and it triggers like a mini side mission within the major side mission that it is, because it's not part of the story, it's a side mission. And what's really cool about it is, at least what I thought was really cool about it, is I thought for at least that mission, however long it takes you to do that mission, you're actually holding on to white weapons. You're not selling them. They actually have some sort of value. And so that kind of gave me the idea of, these things are such junk, they're usually just for money. What about if, what if we actually, could you actually play the game with just white weapons? Yeah. What I thought was really cool about that mission, at least what was really cool about what they did about it, is after it was done, you go through all this ass pain of finding all these white weapons, and then it's done, and then they give you a legendary O2 kit. Now, granted, the legendary O2 kit that they give you, isn't that great, but it's still, I like the idea. The idea behind it was good. Like, spend all this time finding all these white weapons, and when you do, you get a legendary. That's pretty cool. That's a good idea. They just, like most things in Borderlands the pre-sequel, good ideas poorly executed. But it was a good idea. I have a lot of respect for that. I think my idea of wanting to run this game with using only white and green weapons kind of stemmed from that mission. Because up until that point, I had always, I think everybody, I just looked at white weapons as just junk. Who cares? But it actually kind of gave me the idea, because Borderlands the pre-sequel, played through it quite a few times. There really isn't any add-on content for it that's worth mentioning. So once you get done with that, you kind of just, at least, Borderlands fans like myself, and looks like it sounds like you too, just kind of gravitate back towards this game, because there's a lot of stuff to do in this game. Even though I've done it several times, there's still tons of other stuff to do in this game. So once you get done with pre-sequel, it's like, back to this game, and kind of got to figure out ways to make this game more interesting, I guess, even though, just playing through this game's story mode is so much better than the pre-sequel's story, and the difficulty level on this game is much harder than the pre-sequel. The pre-sequel is downright laughable as far as the difficulty level goes, which makes it very, very sad. Like, I mean, I think we've only beaten, still to this day, in this game, had it since it first came out, and I think my friend and I, still to this day, have only beaten, like, Borderlands, I think once, maybe twice. And that's legit defeats. That's not like hacking and going through the floor, or, using special tactics or anything like that. That's just straight up him versus us. I think we've only beaten him once. Because, I mean, it's just, this game is just much harder. And because of endgame like that, it keeps you coming back. Borderlands still kicks our ass, but
you know, want to get out there and kick his too. So you got to keep looking for that better stuff. I just find this game's a lot smoother too. Don't you find that? Like this, just the way this game plays, so much smoother. And I'm not just talking like the gameplay. I'm talking the story, the missions. Oh, solo, forget it. I don't think either one of us could kill him solo. And he's got a pretty badass Gunzerker build, and I still don't think he could kill him. So I know I couldn't kill him solo. I mean, he smacks my turrets and they're done, and then it's, you know, one-on-one with me. I know we couldn't kill him solo. I don't think we could kill the dragons solo either. The ancient dragons of destruction. As good old Yoda Slayer used to say. But I think we've beaten him twice. Maybe, you know, 3 or 4 times because we did the grenade jump over the wall and then went through the floor and killed him just to see if we could get him to drop certain things. But that's not fun. I don't like to do that. I like to try and do stuff as legit as possible. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. They really missed the ball on that one. Plus, you know, the story and the voices and the accents, everything you have in the Australian accent. I mean, nothing against Australian people or anything, but I think they just put it over the top in that game because it's just annoying. I've never thought the Australian accent was that annoying, but God, listening to it in that game, it just gets on my nerves. And like the terminology they use, I think, what do they say? They say Pickle says bruv like 100 times. Handsome Jack says taint like 1,000 times. I mean, good Lord, who's writing this thing? It's like one guy wrote everybody's part. It was horrible. A lot of it didn't even make sense too, you know. We had such high hopes. My buddy and I had such high hopes for that game. We just thought it was going to be so cool. And I mean, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of cool things about it. I mean, I do like a lot of things about the pre-sequel. I like the lasers. I like the cryo. I like the characters. I think the characters are all well done. I think that game more than Borderlands 1 or Borderlands 2, all the characters are equal. A lot more equal in strengths and weaknesses than the first 2 games. But there's just so much that's bad about it too. It just gets overshadowed. It's kind of a shame because a lot of the stuff that's bad about it could have and should have not been there. Like they could have really done a better job if they wanted to. It kind of seems like the game was rushed. No, you're definitely not the only one that noticed. Bruv. Definitely not. Didn't even know that was a word. Like, I didn't even know that word existed. Sure, man. I'll play with anybody. You're a Borderlands veteran like yourself.
You won't find better merchandise anywhere else. I made sure of that.
Feel free to add me.
Don't die.
Oh, nice. Really? Did this thing really just drop a blue relic? What the hell is that shit? Talk about a slap in the face. Yeah, man. That's how I roll. More the merrier. It's the chopper, dude. Magazine size is basically every bullet you got in your backpack. That's basically the magazine size. It's one of my favorite weapons, but it's more of a kind of a fun weapon to use. It's not something that that you use that I use in the actual game. I kind of just it's just a fun weapon. If you pull the trigger once, it shoots the whole magazine. So that's why you always see me every time I use it. I always switch to the next weapon. I always have to switch out, or you can melee attack, but you have to do something to stop yourself from shooting. It's the only way you can reload, or if you interrupt it with reloading, or interrupt it with switching weapons, or meleeing attack, you can. It's the only way to stop it from firing. Otherwise, it blows the whole magazine, blows every round you got. Yeah, man, it's a pretty fun weapon. It does a number on some of the bosses too. It's pretty good against Bloodwing. If you have a corrosion variant, it does really good against constructors. They just kind of sit there with their crit spot just staring at you. So you can just kind of unload on it. It does good against all bots in general, really, I think. Put a corrosive damage relic on and some magic missiles, or bouncing Bonnie, slag singularity to pull them all together and slag them all, and then waste them. One pull of the trigger. A la Arnold Schwarzenegger's mercenary pal in Predator. Get to the chopper. Can't believe you never heard of that gun, man. You're kind of putting some doubts into my mind now as to how much of a Borderlands veteran you are if you've never seen the chopper. Yes, it is. I should really put that down in the comment. Let me get my YouTube and my PSN. Yeah, just leave off the 38. Not everyone kills Dexy. It's very true, not everyone does, but I do. That's actually all my my buddy Mike. That's all him. I was never a big fan of the Hammerlock DLC, so I never played it that much, and that was kind of one that he always did. He didn't like the Torg DLC, so that was one I always kind of played. And then we always exchanged weapons and stuff after we were done with them if we had it. That's why I have so many slow hands. I have all these slow hands because I like him. I don't know about it, but just recently I started to farm all the blue uniques. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's kind of a pain in the ass to get. I'm not gonna lie. You gotta kill Deciduous, the I don't know if he's called the Invincible or not. I don't think he is an Invincible, but he's just a special boss. So you gotta put Iridium in a bunch of different places around the Savage Lands in the Hammerlock DLC, and then it spawns him, and then you gotta kill him. He's pretty offensively. He's pretty strong. Defensively, he's pretty weak. But he's a good kill. He drops it on pretty regularly too. It's a pretty high drop. I think we've killed him 4 or 5 times, and I want to say he's dropped it every time, a different variant every time. So if you like it, a lot of people don't like the gun though. A lot of people think it's stupid because you pull the trigger once and then it shoots the whole magazine, but yeah. Yeah, he's a pain in the ass to run around and put all the iridium in all the different little stoves, just to get him, just to summon him. And then he is a little hard to beat. I mean, I'm not gonna say he's easy to beat, but I mean, once you go through the pain of actually summoning him, you kind of do what you have to do to kill him. But I want to say he's dropped it every time. Oh no! Oh no! I'm sure he's not supposed to drop it every time. We just gotten lucky, but yeah, I like that gun. I'm also going to try to broadcast everything when we do that white and green playthrough. I'm going to try to broadcast it all. So how many characters do I have? I got one of each. One of each type, I guess. All scattered kind of levels. She's 72, 72. I think mine's like OP4 or 5. And then I'm OP7 obviously. And then I got a 58 Gunzerker. Zero I fucking hate, so he's only 31. And Krieg, I kind of started a Krieg. I did Krieg last. Didn't much care for him. No, not all max level. Just Maya, Gage, and me, and Axton. Yeah, I fucking hate Zero. And I like sniping too. I mean, I'm a big fan of sniping, first-person shooters and sniping. It has nothing to do with sniping. It's just can't stand his action skills. Action skills is junk. His skills in general are junk. The entire melee tree he has is a complete waste. It's just he's just not worth playing in my eyes. He's not fun. There's no part of playing with Zero that's fun. The only reason I even have Zero at 31, I'll be honest with you. I'll be 100% honest with you. The only reason I have Zero at 31 is because I needed to get him that. I needed to get him. Yeah, it's junk, dude. I mean, statistically, maybe it isn't. I mean, I'm just speaking my own personal preference here. It's all personal preference, man. I'm not saying he's junk based on the game mechanics. You know, I'm not saying that. Because I don't know. I haven't played with Zero that long to know if he is actually junk. I'm just saying personal preference, he's junk. That's why he's last on my list. I mean, outside of Krieg. I don't have a problem with melee. I think I actually am trying to... I think my Zero is actually melee heavy. I don't like his action skill. I don't find him fun to play. I mean, statistically and game mechanics wise, yeah, see, but I mean, it's just, I think it's just play style. Like I don't I don't like that play style. I don't like that. In this game,
Want to meet my girlfriend?
in this game, I don't. This game's like, it's about running and gunning. It's about, to me, it's much more about like being, I don't know, like being kind of like a soldier, and Zero is kind of like an assassin. Like, I don't know if maybe if you're on a team of 4, like if you constantly play with 4 other people or with 3 other people on a team of 4, and you have like a Salvador, and you have like, you know, a Maya and an Axton or whatever. If you have like 3, if you just have 3 other people, it doesn't even matter who the 3 other people choose to play. Well, you got 3 other Zeros. I think he'd be a lot funner for me to play, because then you could actually use him and like kind of sneak around, and you could snipe, and you could, you know, put yourself in a lot of like the higher up places and on buildings and stuff and snipe, and you could be more of kind of like a recon kind of guy. But for just playing this game single player with Zero, it's just not my style. I'd rather just, you know, this game I think is more about running head first into battle and tearing shit up, and not so much about like standing way back out of the field of play. Like I honestly, I think they got her sniping right with Aurelia. A lot of her skills I think make more sense, but well, yeah, melee is probably much, because everything's probably dead by the time you get up to it when you play with that many people. But I'm talking about from the sniping aspect, because like I said, I'm a fan of snipers. I don't mind the fact that he's a sniper, because that's usually the first thing that people say, like, oh well, he's a great sniper. It's like, well, I don't really think so. I don't think soloing this game, which is how I play at least half the time I play it solo. I really don't think sniping is the way to go if you're gonna solo. I think it's just very boring. This game just doesn't lend itself to being very fun walking around the map sniping. That's my own personal opinion. It has nothing to do with the game mechanics. I know a lot of people like him, so that's cool. To each their own. His action skill looks cool, but the only reason I have a 31 Zero is because that's what I needed. I needed to get him to level 31 in order to get his trophy for his unlock his spend 90 seconds or whatever the hell it is. Spend 9 seconds or whatever it is to unlock his trophy. That's the only reason I have a 0 at 31, because I wanted to get 100% trophies. I have 100% trophies on the PlayStation 3 version. So if it wasn't for that trophy for using his action skill, I probably wouldn't have a 0 at all, in all honesty. I mean, my buddy started as 0. The guy I play with that plays, that has the OP7 Salvador, he actually started as 0. I started as Axton and he started as 0. Back when we first got the game. And then he switched from Axton to Salvador, because he just couldn't get it done. Couldn't get the job done. Oh, I don't doubt he's badass in certain aspects, man. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure I will. I think it's going to take a long time before Borderlands 3 comes out, so I'm sure I'll have plenty of time to play him out fully to 72 and see if I like him. I'm not gonna hold. I'm gonna hold. I mean, I don't like his playstyle, I'll admit that, but it's not like I'm not gonna play him anymore. I do play him every now and then, and I mean, I hold final judgment until I I'd get to at least level 50 before I'd decide whether or not I'm gonna not use somebody ever again and just shelf him and be like, forget it. Because like I said, I do like the sniping aspect of him and the bonus damages of that he gets from sniping. But I mean, I'll definitely play with him, but yeah, I've seen that Battleborn. That's okay, they can take their time, in all honesty. There's a lot of characters with Borderlands, the pre-sequel, as much as I don't like that game, and they're still, you know... Well, yeah, I mean, I think that's a given. Most characters do work their best at 72, but... I mean, if I get to 50 and, oh yeah, absolutely. Creek's terrible right now, but I'm sticking with him just because he's kind of fun to play with. And then it's kind of the same way. I just got to look at Zero. Like I guess I just expected more out of Zero in the lower levels. Maybe, I don't know. I expected him to be funner. Doesn't really. My opinion of Zero doesn't really have anything to do with the character or the gameplay or anything. It's just you know, his overall skill. The skills you get early on with him just don't seem to do shit. Don't seem to really help you. It's just one of those characters you kind of have to just yeah, useless until level 30. Well, level 30 is almost halfway through the second playthrough. You know, that's pretty bad. I mean, if I have to wait out until I have to play through the whole, you have to beat the whole game and then get about halfway through the second playthrough before he's decent. You know, that's shit. +60, yeah. I think I'm gonna do one more. Maybe two more. I don't know. I think my friend who started with Zero, I think his Zero is up to 72 right now. I don't think he's done any OP stuff with him. I think he's just at 72. Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I don't really know. I think I did do melee with him, but kind of spread stuff around. I tried a bunch of stuff. I was respecing a bunch of times with him. I mean, I'll be honest, I played Borderlands the pre-sequel. I think I have an Aurelia that's like maybe 30, 28 or 30 or something like that. And I really didn't like her at all either. And I like sniping. I like sniping a lot, but after playing with her a while, like I think a lot has to do with the action skill too. Like I don't like Zero's action skill at all. I think it's fucking stupid. It reminds me a lot of Lilith's action skill from the first Borderlands. Yeah, see now to me that's a mistake. You know, I would never do that with a character. Only try him for 10 levels and then give up on him. Like I hope you haven't given up on her completely. You plan on going back and playing her some more because her action skill combined with her ability to snipe, man, it's a pretty badass little combination. They really, I think they probably put more thought into her skill trees and combined with the action skill that she has than just about any other character in that game. Because I think it's a really great combination. Her action skill just pairs well with her ability to snipe so well. And not even really just sniping. She's got that large caliber skill, increases the damage of everything that she does. All bullets. So it's a really really good combination. The ability for her to do all that extra cryo She basically freezes every single thing she touches, every single thing she gets near. That shard is freezing everything, and then you just walk around with sniper rifles and just bang bang. I mean, you just crit hit all day long, sniping and just blowing stuff up, getting the action skills to stack the crit damage and sniper damage. She's a beast. Oh yeah. Can't even beat it. I rage quit every time I play it. Oh, it absolutely is. I'm not even, you're not going to get any argument here from that. It is terrible compared to this game. You will not ever hear me say Borderlands pre-sequel is better than this game in any way. Borderlands pre-sequel is... I mean, it's, you know, only because I'm a huge Borderlands fan, I'd probably say Borderlands pre-sequel is like a 6 or a 7 out of 10. And this game is a 10 out of 10. So, I mean... You know, Borderlands 1's probably like an 8, 8.5 maybe in my opinion, but no, Borderlands pre-sequel is by far the worst of the three. There's no doubt about that. But if you ever want to go back and play it, I would suggest if you like sniping and you enjoy there's something satisfying about just blowing something up when it's frozen. It's pretty nice. It's pretty cool. It's fun. Oh.
Look at that.
An E-Tech in a dumpster. Who would throw away an E-Tech? Those guns are not very good, but always cool to see an E-Tech in a trash can. That was the first legendary I got in the pre-sequel. It was actually in a trash can. That first trash can that you come to inside of Concordia. Opened it up, my very first playthrough, very first trash can in Concordia, opened it up, and bam, a legendary Fatale.
Welcome.
The only character I like is Athena, and I like sniping, so sometimes, but mostly I like fast-paced action. Yeah, well, that's probably why you like Athena. My buddy chose Athena. His number one character is Athena. My number one character, I like Wilhelm. I play as Wilhelm. I like all the cyber stuff, and the Power Fist is just the funnest thing ever. Oh yeah. Tell me about it. I think I was, I think just based off of that, of getting that one legendary in that trash can, it changed, it might have changed my opinion of that game early on. Because I was like, oh man, you know, based off of Borderlands 2, before this recent patch where they increased the drop rates, I mean, you know, you never got a fucking legendary. You know, you had to farm for hours to get one legendary. And so, like, you know, pop in Borderlands pre-sequel, my very first playthrough, and bam, legendary in a trash can. I was like, holy smokes. And then at that time, I had also heard that, you know, legendaries pop up in the machines, and then there was the grinder in the back of my head, too, that I was thinking, oh man, you're just going to be able to throw stuff in the grinder and get legendaries. Man, this game's going to be so fun. So I think early on, it shaped my opinion of the game and maybe lessened the blow of how terrible the story was and how annoying some of the stuff was, because I just had this constant, you know, thought that the game was going to be so much funner because the weapons were so much easier to get. So, I don't know. But after playing through it, I've never gotten another legendary ever in anything in that game as far as a dumpster. I think I got a legendary grenade mod in one of the weapons chests. In that one mission where you
Say hello, sweetie.
you have to rescue the scientists. And the one dipshit scientist who drops the cloaking device thing on the ground, it slips out of his fingers. That's the mission. I'll always remember that too, because that's the only other time I got a legendary in a case. One of those cases that's like up top, and then you have to drop down and talk to the guy who drops the stopwatch or the cloaking device, and it looks like a stopwatch. That's I got a legendary grenade mod. I think it was like a caustic leech or something. I got in that case, one of those cases there. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you get them. I mean, when I found out that they were that you could get them in a vending machine, the first thing that popped into my head was, well, why not just farm the vending machine? That was the first thing that popped into my head. And like, I think it was the first or second video that after the game came out, I went on YouTube, and the first or second video I saw relating to the pre-sequel was like, how to farm a vending machine in Borderlands the pre-sequel. I was like, oh great, you know, the game's already broken. It's been out for 2 days, and the game's already broken. People are just gonna farm the vending machine and get every legendary you can possibly get. It just kind of, in my eyes, that the whole farming, being able to farm a vending machine, in my eyes, is kind of just, it's kind of a microcosm of that entire game. Like, everything they tried to do was good intentions, just poor execution. They just didn't think it all through. There we go. Yeah, you can get them from the grinder now. But when the game first came out, the only way to get a legendary from the grinder... Yeah, exactly, yeah, you could dupe them real easy. But when the game first came out, the only way to get a legendary from the grinder was to have 2 legendaries already. And since the level only jumps 1 or 2 if you have them go, you know, have one weapon slightly higher than the other. You can't put like, you know, level 4 legendaries in there and then get like a level 50 legendary. That ain't gonna work. Pistol damage, fight for your life. I'm fucking full. Whoa! Who saw that? Yeah, it is still like that, but now you can also, it is still like that. You can get a legendary by using 2 legendaries and then a purple and grinding them, and you'll get a legendary. You're guaranteed to get a legendary if you use 2 legendaries. But now you can actually grind 3 purples and you have a chance at getting a legendary. I don't think you can use moonstones to increase your odds of getting a legendary. But when the game first came out, you couldn't do that. You couldn't grind purples at all. Fucking OP6. Corrosive. Well, he dropped a, I wasn't going to do another run too. I decided to do another run and I got a freaking legendary pitchfork. Well, my buddy will be happy to use that. Try to use it. I'm not going to be able to use it on any. This is the one that shoots horizontal. Yeah, that's a good one. This is one of the most freaking. Yeah, you can. Now you can. When the game first came out, you couldn't. The game first came out, it wouldn't let you grind 3 purples. It just laughed at you. You put 3 purples in there and you couldn't do anything. I think you could only when the game first came out, I think you could grind like 3 purple grenade mods, and you could grind like 3 purple maybe Oz kits with a chance. But I don't know if there was a chance of getting a legendary or not. But regardless, I'm almost positive that you could not grind 3 purple weapons and have a chance at getting a legendary weapon. The only way to get a legendary weapon was to already have 2 legendary. That's why everyone early on in that game farmed the shit out of Iwajira, is because he was easy, he was close to a start, he was close to a spawn location, he was easy to kill, especially because everybody early on, I think a lot of people were using Nisha, and Nisha just wastes Iwajira, so everybody was killing Iwajira, and they were getting all these thingies, and they were using thingies to either dupe and then grind, because you needed 2 legendaries and then a purple in order to get a legendary. But now you can just throw 3 purples in there. I think you can even use moonstones now. I think they laxed it up to where you could grind 3 purples and put moonstones in there. Maybe not. Actually, I take that back. I don't think you can. I think you can just grind 3 purple weapons with a chance of getting a legendary, but you can't put moonstones in there. So they've loosened it up a little bit. However, none of the I don't think you can grind to get any of the legendary weapons that are part of the new Claptrap DLC. I don't think you can grind any to get those. I could be wrong though, but I haven't seen anyone or heard of anyone grinding and then getting, like, you know, a Thunderfire, you know, like or an Absolute Zero or something. What's my favorite weapon to use in Borderlands 2? Wow. Well, I guess that depends. Are you asking what's my favorite weapon to use when I'm actually running through the game? Trying to be serious? Actually trying to do missions and beat the game? Or do side missions or whatever? Or are you just saying what's like my favorite weapon regardless of how useful it is? Because they're two different things. Oh, the first that comes to mind is probably the one in my hands. The Florentine. This is probably one of my favorite weapons, if not my favorite weapon. I think it's the most useful. I think anybody can use it, and you don't have to have a certain build to use it. It's just a straight up ass kicker weapon, no matter which character is wielding it or what their build is. It's always a rock solid weapon. I mean, you could say the same thing for like the Unkempt Herald. You know, the Hornet is one of my favorite weapons. The Teapot is one of my favorite weapons because I really get bored with farming Knuckle Dragger, so I like getting the Teapot just because that mission is fun to do. And Tiny Tina is always funny to listen to her dialogue. But yeah, I'd say the Florentine. I mean, you could probably say the Unkempt Herald. I like the Shredifire. I think the Shredifire is fun to use. I think the Lyuda is a fun sniper rifle to use. Of course, I like all Vladov sniper rifles. I just like high fire rate on a sniper rifle. I think it's really awesome. If I had to pick one though, like at any level, if I could, it'd be the Lyuda. Yeah, I like that. It's one of my top probably 10. And then if you like the Lyuda, then you'd like the long nail in Borderlands: The Pre-Sequel. It's kind of the same weapon, except the long nail ignores shields, so it's even better. Oh, I have so many. I like the slow hand too. I mean, I think everybody's obvious choice would probably be the unkempt Herald, just because it's pretty badass. I really like the Hellfire. I think the Hellfire is good. Pretty much, if it's in my inventory, then I like it. But if I had to pick a weapon, if I had to pick one weapon that I could always have at the level I was, it would be the Florentine, just because the combination of slag and shock, it's just so good. It really is. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's great, but it's so good. It's consistent. It's just always there. It makes every gun around it better because I can use it real quick. The fire rate on it is so good. I can just slag somebody instantly with it. And then it also does shock too, so, you know, if you have a tough target, you shock it, and you're slagging it, and you're shocking it, and bleed its shields off usually before you start shooting it. It makes every gun around it better. Alright, just because we got the pitchfork and the ancient relic, I'm gonna do one more run, and then I'm gonna go to bed. And that'll be the rule. If we get a legendary or a pearlescent, I'll do another run. If we don't get a legendary or a pearlescent, then that's bedtime. Yeah, Florentine. I mean, it's the only gun in the game that does that. It's the only gun in the game. It's the weapon, in my eyes, it's the weapon equivalent to the B. I'm East Coast, so what? 11:45. I usually play till about midnight. So this is about right. After this run, it'll be close to midnight. Unless the game surprises me, it gives me another legendary or a pearl. There's always that chance. Slim ass chance, but there is always that chance. 5 a.m. Where the hell are you? Fucking Japan? Or no, it'd be the other way. You're in Europe? Germany? France? Overseas? You in a tent somewhere? Oh. Yeah. Japan would be earlier. It'd be like 7 o'clock at night. 5 a.m. What the hell are you doing up at 5 a.m.? You need to get to bed, man. Appreciate you watching. Enjoyed the conversation. The one-sided conversation. It's my favorite kind. One-sided vocal conversation, anyway. Yeah, I think you're a little tired. You spell Europe with an A. Europe. Europe. Can't sleep. It's freaking hot here. In Denmark? Come on. How hot does it get in Denmark? Yeah, it does. Y'all don't have air conditioning over there? Y'all should turn some of them windmills on, get some airflow over there. Or is that Holland? I think that's Holland with the windmills, right? It gets so hot I can't sleep. No air condition, but I got a big fucking fan right in my face. Well, I guess it needs to be bigger.
Wow.
You're hot. Whoa, what was that? Oh, I love Axon's reaction. Wow. Just, wow. Yeah, it's my general reaction to this game. Oh, here we go, midget out of this box. I'll call it. I'll try and call it. No, I'm not gonna say, this is a no. That's a no. No, it wasn't white. It wasn't white. It was blue, at least. Give him that much credit. Lockers never have one. Well, I'm getting too many. I haven't gotten one yet. I don't know if I've gotten one. I've lost track. If I got one this run yet already or not. Oh, shit. I knew he was gonna be there. Gotta play it 3 times. Yeah. Yeah, it was blue, man. It was this one here. Freaked out. Wow. Yeah, wow. That looks like $730,000 is what it looks like. I guess I'd say wow if I saw $730,000. Ugh. 3rd time's a charm. Gotta play it 3 times. Oh, it couldn't even give me a purple. Really? Fucking stingy ass machine. I'm telling you, I don't understand the point of those. Somebody please explain the point of those to me. What's the point of having this giant Goliath with a fucking slot machine on its back? And then the win ratio on the slot machine is no different than that one in the fucking bar. You never win anything off that one, just like you never win anything out of the one in the damn bar. So what's the point? Shouldn't killing the giant loot Goliath give some sort of like win percentage modifier to the slot machine? So stupid. Whoa! Can honestly say, I was about ready to say, there's never won any plot. Alright, so this one's okay. Explosive, shit, but it's only 6. Fucking OP6. Still get exited when you see it, right? I'm not sure what you mean. Coming up on the home stretch. We've had a loot midget. I think only one this run. So there's a good possibility we'll get one up here. Good possibility. Yeah, man. It was good talking with you. Thanks for showing up and talking to me. Had some good stories though. I'll definitely play with you anytime you're on. You want to play? Definitely. Thanks for watching. Thanks to everyone for watching. If 7 people are actually watching me right now. Peace, man. Later. Good runs tonight. Kind of let's do a short recap of obviously the big one was this. Got a nice corrosive pitchfork. I don't think I have a pitchfork. I think I have a fire one with Maya that I still have. Might be OP7. Look at the detail work. Look at that. I never noticed that. Heart diamond. Or heart club diamond. Huh. I never noticed that before. Put the playing card stuff on the side of the pitchfork. But that was the big score, if you will, from tonight's runs. Obviously we got a couple E-techs. This was got a fire doll plasma caster and a shock doll plasma caster, and shocking enough they were actually both overpower 7, so not too bad. Got 2 good plasma casters, shock and a fire, both doll, both good. This I got this yesterday. And got some other miscellaneous garbage, obviously we're not keeping, and got a few relics. This relic here was on the last run. This relic here, pistol damage 38, 38, 34. I think I am going to keep that one over this one. This does second win health, 133%, but I think I'd rather have the pistol damage and fight for my lifetime. And then I got the SMG and fight for your life. Not too bad. Reload, last ditch effort, steady pressure. No. Steady. Oh. So all in all, not too bad. I got a couple other relics that I ended up selling because I already had. One I got. One was a slight improvement on my corrosive damage cooldown relic, so I sold the old one. And then there were a few Bone of the Ancients and Skin of the Ancients that I already had stronger versions of, or better versions of, that I decided to sell those off too, if you didn't see. So not too bad. 2 hours. It takes about 10 minutes per run, so about 20 runs. And in those 20 runs, got a pitchfork, got 2 on-level plasma casters, which is really mind-blowing. The pitchfork only being OP6 is a little bit of a disappointment, but and then a few more relics, a few more ancient relics. Not a bad haul tonight. Better than last night anyway. So thanks for watching, everyone who's still here. And I don't know if I'll be on tomorrow doing this again. But keep an eye out on my channel and my YouTube channel, my Twitch stream, and hope to see you guys again. Later.